Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to go over our daily technical analysis update of gold and silver. We'll go over the dollar, 10-year yield, precious metals, and then the companies themselves. And I will give you my opinion, my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. I will dive right in here. I'll give you my opinion. And here we go. So here's the dollar, the DXY. Small little down day today. Boom, right there, that cross. Big picture view, I still think the dollar will eventually go lower, even against some of these other currencies. It usually goes up in the beginning. It's like people are repositioning. They're going into the dollar, and then eventually it'll head lower. Once it comes and back tests this, I think we'll see a move lower. Why do I think lower? Because an expansionary phase of real estate is inflationary, although this is just the measurement of currencies against other currencies. If everyone is doing inflation, then the dollar could remain strong in relationship to those other currencies. Now, the 10-year yield isn't going to, the DXY doesn't matter in relationship to the 10-year yield. If we have inflation, the 10-year yield will increase. We're in this big long-term downtrend for 40 years. We've broken that downtrend. We are coming on up. We've had a little pullback recently, and today it went up 9.38% on that yield. So pretty large update today, even though we've been declining the past few days because of fear in the market. This fear will subside at some point, and the inflation will take over, and people will, I'm guessing, sell their bonds. Looking at gold itself, we do have kind of a larger bloody nose, is what I like to call it. We have a big, tall candlestick body, a little bit of a larger bloody nose, which is a little nose up here that's bleeding. I guess it's bleeding profusely on this one. We're still above the resistance support line, so everything looks good for a continued move higher. This is not, it didn't open up and then close down. It's just a regular down day next to a large up day. Silver's got that bloody nose. It's right at that resistance level, but that's what a little bloody nose looks like. Platinum didn't want anything to do with either one. It's heading higher. It likes the 10-year yield going up. So usually when the 10-year yield goes up, you see oil go up, you see platinum go up, and usually gold and silver struggle a little bit when the 10-year goes up, 10-year yield goes up that much. XAU to gold ratio, the miners are still outperforming gold itself. Makes me think that we've got something cool coming up, where the miners are going to do quite well. That's what I think is coming up. So I think this is a good spot to be looking for investments. I've got Karora Resources. This one looks absolutely excellent. It is above its resistance line. It is doing everything it needs to in terms of breaking out to the upside. I think it looks excellent here. Endeavor Silver's right at its resistance line. It's got a little small down day. We call it a bloody nose. This one's still green, but it's still a down day, even though the momentum's going up. I do think the momentum will continue higher and break out of that. Fortuna Silver Mines, it broke out of its falling wedge pattern yesterday. It has a small little down day today. We call that a bloody nose. Not quite as high as most bloody noses. Maybe this is a bloody heart. I don't know. But I do think it's going to remain, it will go higher. I do like this big buying pressure yesterday. That's when I bought Fortuna Silver Mines in the donations portfolio. And so I think that one looks good. SILJ, it's back out just a little bit. We're kind of zoomed in too much. So looking at SILJ from a one-year perspective, we've broken out of the downtrend line. Everything looks good. It's got a little bloody nose. That's what we call it. Little bloody nose for a continuation move higher. GDX, again, small little down day. Everything looks intact. I say we're going higher with this break of the chart pattern. Looks good. MMNGF having a little bit more buying pressure today, 5.84%. We have a, oops. Let me hit the 1 year, the auto. There we go. We have a bullish engulfing pattern here. We are going to go higher. That's what I think. Everything looks good. I'd be a buyer of it down here if you guys want a silver exploration company with a little more risk. That's your guy. Koya Silver, another one that's bouncing higher. Again, I would have been a buyer this day here for this pop higher. This is a small little silver exploration company as well. Doesn't look too bad. Discovery Silver, another exploration company. Small little bloody nose. We have a bullish engulfing, bullish piercing, bullish engulfing with a little small down day today. I think this will go eventually higher. Sideways to higher. AG, my boy AG. AG is got the bloody nose as well. It's right at this resistance support area. Have a little bit of a down day, down 1.31%, but the momentum is coming back up. What do I think? I think it's going higher. I like it. Newmont is right at that resistance support level of the monster pattern. Here's the monster pattern all the way back from 87. I do think this is going to go most likely higher. We'll see this thing break out and parties will be throwing. Mag Silver, a little bit of a down day today, but it is. We're right at this kind of resistance support area. You know, I like it right here, guys. I think it looks good. We broke to the upside of this little pattern down there. I think everything looks good. Yamana Gold, AUY broke out of its descending or declining wedge pattern, falling wedge. Broke to the upside. It has run quite a bit, but still looks good. Impact Silver, it's got that nice, strong resistance right where it's at. A little bit of a sell-off today. It's hanging in there. Aftermath Silver, bullish piercing, going to head higher most likely, sideways to higher. Arcana Silver, looks like we're just moving sideways here. I don't know what the heck this thing's doing. And then PLG, a little bit of a down day today. But it's still got the momentum going up. The royalty companies, Sandstorm Gold's been moving on higher. Look, this one looks really good off this break. And it's also moved off of this long-term trend line to the upside. Looks fantastic. Franco-Nevada in its big, long-term trend moving higher today. EMX right at resistance line. This is going to break any second. Then you're going to want to be in it because people chase. Tune Resources right at support. I'd be a buyer down here, that's for sure, if it were me. Wheaton Precious Metals broke its downtrend on a massive other big break. I like that one quite a bit. Gold Royalty, it's just been creeping lower. A little bit of an update today, small little up day. MTA has a small little down day. It's right above this big break. I'd be a buyer up here, guys. If you like MTA, I like it over here quite a bit. Mavericks Metals, another one that's trying to break its little declining wedge type pattern. It's breaking or about to break to the upside. We'll see if it breaks. Royal Gold, it's already been moving. I would just be holding on to it. I don't know if I'd be accumulating it up there. And then Osisko Gold Royalties is one I really like. I bought it yesterday. That was up today. It's above all of these resistance lines. It's above this resistance line. It's above this big long-term resistance line. It's getting there. The lows are stepping up. Everything looks really good for that one. I would be a buyer. So that's what I've got for today. Oh, wait. Someone wanted me to look at Vox. Vox Realty Corp, VOX. So this is a Vox Royalty Corporation. Nice, good move higher here. Actually looks really good. What I like about it is we got, let's zoom out a little bit to the weekly candlestick basis here. There we go. Let's do all. Oh man. Okay, so this is Vox. Hopefully this is Vox Royalty. Vox Royalty Corporation. Here it is. Hopefully it's got a similar chart the one we're looking at here. It's just chopping sideways, guys. I don't see too much of a pattern. I mean, you might, if we can break this guy here, that would probably look pretty good. It looks like we've got higher lows coming up like this, and then we just got to break and move to the upside for Vox Royalty Corporation. So that's what that one looks like. And I know Brandon, he did a donation to the channel. He wanted me to buy Vox Royalty Corporation. In that portfolio, when I went to buy it, it's charging me a $6.95 fee. That one, if we could choose a different one that didn't have the fee, these OTC companies, and that's why I'm kind of avoiding some of the OTC companies, because if you're only putting like $50 in a position, paying $6.95 for the fee it's just too much of a percent of that. But either way, gold, silver looks really good. I would be a buyer in a lot of these companies. It looks like it wants to continue higher. I give everything a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up for the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.